Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you from Westlake Village, California. It's bright, it's early, and it is raining outside. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's good to get some rain in California, put out those fires, and let's jump right into it. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin's price action, following up on our little head M formation that kind of played out. And we're going to talk about Dogecoin and some of the spider lines that are holding the price up and what I think Doge could potentially do next. And really more importantly here, I wanted to take a look at some of the altcoins that have held up over the last month. Remember, January 1st is New Year's Day. Everybody comes back to the market. Bitcoin's had a rather volatile start of the year, but certainly holding up strong, if you ask me. I mean, we're just trading in a range, just like we've done, after every explosive move over the past year. What happens? Well, you can see it here, right? Since the lows back here, I mean, let's go through it really quick. This was the macro low. Bitcoin tapped 15,000, and this was after the FTX shakeout, right? And then bang, we take a 89% rip to the upside. And then what happens? Well, from the high to the next breakout, we range for, gosh, I should put this on a weekly time frame, make it a little more elegant here. Oh, that's definitely not more elegant. Okay, following up here. So we hit the high, we tap the high, and we range for a couple of weeks, more than a couple of weeks, call it 28 weeks. And if there's 5 weeks in a month, doing some quick mental math, we're talking about 6 months of range there. Boom. Okay, we hit the high, we tap the high, whatever you want to call it. And then we have another, gosh, that was a long range, guys. 35 bars if you were in that one. 7 months of range, right? 7 months of range. And we did have a little one, to be fair, right in here. We could call that, 10 bars, 10 weeks. So 2 months, 2 months, 6 months. Maybe I should mark it off to make it a little more apparent to the eye with our now golden boxes of peace and prosperity and death and despair below the box bad. Yeah. So what do we notice here? A few of these boxes are the consolidation. When Bitcoin, rips to the upside, how long does it rip to the upside for? It's not very long, guys. It's 8 bars. Call it 2 months there, 1 month there. Depends on where you mark it from the low to the high. I think that would be, 5 bars, 6 bars, month and a half there. And just doing some quick mental maths, as my good friend would say, 15 bars, so 3 months there. And how long are we into this consolidation from the high? We're about 8 bars in. So could this range for quite a bit longer? I do think so. And with the news yesterday, and that's the other thing we're going to talk about, some of the news from yesterday's conference, where the new crypto, task force, the guys that are heading up the crypto market for Mr. Trump, coming in, and on poly markets, there was a bet. Are they going to say the word Bitcoin? Excuse me while I get a sip of that water. I'm going to leave that little drawing in there. Come bring it back. Okay. So, they did say the word Bitcoin. I was trying to find the clip here. This was too funny. When you realize Elon Musk can be at the White House tech support, run 7 companies, have 11 kids, be a top Diablo player, and still have time to post memes on X, but she's too busy to text you back. Oh, man. Anyways, that was unimportant, but BlackRock's ETF just bought the second largest amount of Ether on record. I wonder why, after Eric Trump's tweet about buy some Ethereum. And then you see the peak of December was the day before we went from 4,000 to 3,500. Peak of December. Okay, and there's where BlackRock steps in and buys the dip. After that long, nasty wick, we'll take a look at Ethereum as well. And oh gosh, I really wanted to post this, but I'm not going to go over it. But Elon basically, I can't believe Elon Musk is posting this, but it's just hilarious. And I guess we can a little bit. Why not? Why not? It's just too funny. Let's see. Anyways, I'll let that one go. And well, SEC, this is interesting. If this, Costco is my favorite grocery store, I have to say. And Costco now sells Bitcoin at every location. I've been saying it for so long. By the time your bank is selling crypto at every location, you're going to be too late. There's just so much news. BlackRock buys 535 ETH, $284 million worth of ETH. And yeah, the big news, gosh, I want to see if it's David Sachs's post here. David Sachs. Yesterday, the White House had a crypto conference. Literally, breaking Trump's crypto, David Sachs says they're going to evaluate a Bitcoin reserve. Can you believe that? This is absolutely crazy. So as soon as we get all that stuff, this is the presidential cabinet coming out and saying we're going to evaluate a Bitcoin reserve. I mean, do we have to put it any more plainly? And they're talking about the sovereign wealth fund, which would include Bitcoin and digital assets in its portfolio. Anyways, it's more than apparent what is going down here. But here's the, and shout out to the guys at Crypto Banter on this one. The main thing that I thought was this is it. This is it. Surprising how many people overlooked the most important thing David Sachs said yesterday. Quote, stablecoins demand could lower long-term interest rates, end quote. That's the real takeaway. Fiscal dominance is unstoppable and stablecoins will be America's new UST. So what they said yesterday is they want the dollar to dominate the digital stablecoin thing, right? So U.S., and I've been saying it all along, Tether is like the biggest buyer of U.S. Treasury bonds. When you have an increase in demand on the bonds, what happens to the interest rates? They go down, which means stimulation for the economy. Yes. So on to Bitcoin price action and what we followed up about yesterday, and I think a good time frame to look at this on is the hourly time frame. And yes, I was hoping that we would get a stab a bit higher, but you can see that M formation did happen right here. And how do you do that? How do you find an M formation? Well, it's really simple. You see the high volume candle nodes coming in right there. Grab for liquidity, bang, grab for liquidity. And on that second high, that's where you take the short. Now, I was suggesting we could swipe a bit higher, but we did not. And what else was present? We had some bearish divergence there alongside there as well. And really, now we've got this low volatility move. And what happened is we came right into the golden pocket. And we did get a bounce on the first pass. And, well, if we lose that golden, and what is the golden pocket? That is the area between the 0.5 and the 618. And if you guys are lucky, I might even take a trade today to kind of walk you through how I am really getting some very, very nice profitable trades. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you don't invest more than you can afford to lose, as crypto is extremely, extremely volatile. And wow, what other post did I just see that was pretty incredible regarding the altcoins? I think it was, the same people that they're terrified of Doge. Oh, they wanted 87,000 additional IRS agents to buy Starbucks coffee on your tax dollar and then audit you. Oh boy, I am so happy. I'm so happy that we have somebody in the office that knows what's going on and is willing to share it for the first time ever. Anyway, still can't trust them, but just, doing a last brief analysis of this consolidation. We saw these pins 6 months, 2 months, 6 months. Where would 6 months take us into from where we're at today on the weekly time frame? From the beginning of this consolidation, starting at this, I would say that right there. We're talking about 6 months, 30 bars. Oh, I can't see it down there. June. Sell in May and go away. Is that going to be the fortress? Is that be the term? Sell in May and go away. I think last year, in fact, we pumped into June. So if you did sell in May, you would have been out. But I suspect a bit more fireworks to be going off here. And this really just looks like consolidation to me. Consolidation time. But we did get the move down to the golden pocket. And again, how do you find the golden pocket? Simply put, using that Fibonacci retracement tool from the low to the high, 12-hour time frame, came right into that 786, got picked up with a massive volume candle. Now, a little trick here often happens is we come back and we test the 50% of that wick. So 50% of that wick likely to get filled. And it looks like it could potentially get filled here sooner than later. And so I'm going to get rid of this because it's pretty much played out, the move to the golden pocket. And let's talk about where potentially price could go next. And this does look like a good area. In fact, I do think that looks like a very, very good area. And yeah, it looks like we're clipping right now to the downside. Volatility is increasing. Stokes are getting into the critical zone. And when that RSI dips down just a little bit further, by the way, well, in the links in the below, you can figure out how to trade and set up TradingView for free with some of our indicators that are absolutely free on TradingView. So if you want to learn how to trade, just go to the bottom there below and we kind of already missed this trade here. So I'll be looking for the next buying opportunity on Bitcoin, unless we can do it on the 1 minute. Now, it's not a good time to be looking on the 1 minute time frame. If you ask me, I think we are going to make our way back into that box of peace, prosperity, and death and despair. So for the hourly sake, yeah, we're coming for these lows, likely to fill this candle one more time. And I am fairly get into a position right now. So why not? Simple rule of thumb here. What we can do is take a look at our futures account. By the way, futures account here has a whopping $1,000 in it. And what we can do, simply on a 1 minute time frame, be looking to sell the next critical bounce. Don't think I'm ready to take that trade yet. Let's look at it more time. So the 15-minute is beginning to roll over. We just had bullish divergence here. Volatility is increasing and momentum is now to the downside. So to me, this does look like it wants to roll over a bit more. And I think I'm going to pull out my other chart here in just a second. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours looking droopy. Volatility is about to increase. I do think we are going to come down to the 95.152. So easy way to set up this trade with an invalidation back above perhaps this high, perhaps that 4 hour time frame. This 4 hour though, look, you can see these wicks are getting picked up here. The stock market is down 43. Let's take a look at Dixie, which is trying to roll over here. It's trying to get rejected at the 786 golden pocket zone. From the macro low to the high, we've officially golden pocket this zone between the 786 and the 236. Let's see if I can use the correct retracement tool. We're going to go from the low to the high. Boom. And that is your golden pocket zone. And we are getting rejected. We want the dollar to come down. That's good for risk assets. Good there. Let's check in on Bitcoin dominance, taking a stab higher, absolutely crushing it. Made it all the way up to our deeper target of 63% and has not quite made it up to the 786, which it does look like it is going to make it up there, which is overall, I'd say, more bullish for Bitcoin. Not so bullish for altcoins. Checking in on the CMEs, notice the gap that is still down there that is yet to be filled at 80,000 bucks. We are still in a macro uptrend and just consolidating at the top side. We don't, do we want that to be filled? I don't know. Do we want that to be filled? I personally, no. I would like this price to just continue with this massive uptrend type of stuff. There's another gap way down here at $20,000. $20,000. I'm interested to see Binance open interest. And let's see, Miles Deutscher. Miles, can't find him. Let's see here. We're going to take a look at the coin, new coin, which has held up fairly well over the last month. What about over the last year? It's in the top for the last year, up 24,000%. Not bad. Giga Chad still holding it up. This is in the top 100 to 200 coins. If we look at the top 100 coins, Virtual, OM, BGB, Pepe, XC, and that's the other one we're going to take a look at, because what do you know? Over the last month, it's pumped up almost a 10x over the last month. So we'll take a look at XCN and Mr. New Coin and do a little dive analysis into those, why they could potentially, well, have some legs as they've been performing over the last 30 days. Well, everything else has been dumping it very, very hard. And but we've covered enough news and fun stuff for today. I think this is about it. I'm running out of gas here. And you can see open interest is coming down. This is on the hourly time frame. So longs are taking profits. Let's look at the 12-hour time frame. Is open interest still very high? Yes, open interest is still very high and is coming slightly down, which means probably the longs are continuing to take profits. And if you got taken out during this wick, well, that's been quite a demand zone there. And you can see pretty much we're just holding an uptrend here. Still higher lows along the way. Scare everybody one more time? I do think so. And I do think if we do come down to this level at, call it 89,000 or even 91,000, probably catches a strong bounce one more time, as a lot of people's stop losses will be right there. And taking a look at that tweezer right there, I do believe we're not going to slice through like butter to the downside unless there is some kind of a major economic black swan. And there's just been so much bullish news in general for crypto. So currently Bitcoin, yeah, we talked about Bitcoin and what our, I guess, general bias is right now is to the downside in the short-term time frames. If you're trading on an hourly or on a, even up to a 4-hour, you can see, well, there's a bit of a structure shift or change as, we got a first lower low and a lower high. And what happens after that? Well, lower low. And until we get a 4-hour reversal, well, we won't be looking for a 12-hour reversal, which is now printed its first. I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but there is quite a bit of a bearish divergence. Stochastic RSI has crossed down. But again, I am looking for this bounce to get picked up. This bounce to get picked up one more time, at least. And then if we can take out yesterday's high, if we can do something like this, wow, the daily looking interesting. If we can do something like this on the hourly time frame, if we can get a bounce, and where would the potential bounce come from? Well, that golden pocket zone right here, right? If we're going to defend this region coming in right here, we got a little confluence there, a little extra confluence at 94,816. If we can bounce off the 786, and yeah, which I do believe we'll make our way down there. If it happens slowly but surely, at least, then what you'd want to see, in my opinion, is something like this. We want to take out this high, bing, higher low, and then likely, at least a shot to the all-time high at 110,000. Not going to blast right through it, in my opinion. But at least that's a pretty decent size move, We're talking about 13%, essentially from the bottom of the range. But I would like to take that long from a little bit lower. Let's see. Today is Wednesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is coming up tomorrow. And then we got the Friday. Those announcements on the tariffs have happened on Friday afternoon after the market closes. I wonder if Trump is strategically doing that. I would say so myself, yes. But let's take a look at ETH really quick before people are quite bearish on ETH. I tend to be on the other side, thinking that all these buys in ETH, it's really going to play out at some point. So as long as you're hodling, you're not trading with leverage on ETH. Again, probably okay. Probably, test this wick one more time. 50% of this wick coming in at 2,300. Definitely, been a bit weaker, and we have lost that weekly point of control. Or the value area high on the weekly time frame. Oh boy. I think that's my sign to be done. Make sure you smash the like button, share it with a friend, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And last 2 points I want to make. 3 points. Doge is the Department of Government Efficiency, and based on how previous price action has happened, I would suspect one more bounce up to here, and then one more tap on this trend line, fill 50% of the wick, and then we make our way up, back up. Very similar to what happened over here. If we go from the macro low to the high here, boom, you can see we came into the 618 almost 2 times and then eventually lost it. This is smack dab right in the middle of the golden pocket there. This could be it. It could just glide its way back onto the heavens. I do think Doge will pick itself up from its bootstraps eventually. Okay. So from this golden pocket now, what we can do is a Fibonacci retracement tool. Fibonacci retracement tool. That magnet is on still. Oh, look at that. Almost perfectly up to the 382. 54 cents is going to be met with resistance, I would say. If I don't say so myself. We tag that golden pocket and bang, 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 bang. Hit this, came back down. Looking very, very technical on Mr. Doge and playing out very, very nice. Brutal to the common eye, but to the common trader, I think, well, it's playing out very nice. What else? What else? What else? So gave the Doge analysis, gave the Bitcoin analysis. Now we're going to talk about XCN, or also known as Onyx Coin. What is Onyx Coin? I'm going to give you the overview. Onyx Protocol is a shared multi-asset blockchain platform that makes digital asset management easier and secure. It functions like a superpowered digital ledger that enables different networks to work together while maintaining strict control over their assets. This system is governed by XCN token holders through a decentralized organization, DAO, ensuring community-driven decision making. So this is a fully decentralized blockchain. This is the governance token, and essentially supports coexistence of multiple types of assets and is interoperable with other independent networks. Onyx Core is engineered for the performance demand by modern financial systems. The time to create, sign, and validate transactions is measured in milliseconds. I do like that. It is Web3 blockchain infrastructure. Onyx Coin is part of a governance token through the Ethereum blockchain. So it's made from Ethereum. It's an ERC20 token. And what else do I like about it? It's almost $1 billion market cap now. And the 24-hour volume, 218 million, pretty good. And I do like that its max supply is in, it has a max supply of 48 billion and 48.4 billion. And circulating supply is 30 billion. So almost all the tokens are out there. And here is, well, the risk to reward is pretty good. The all-time high was up here. This thing was launched in May of 2022. And essentially this is another people that want to put coins on, you know, this is like gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. It is an asset that this is the column I would put it in. If you're into the real world assets, essentially this is in that little niche, so to speak. Okay, Newton is the second one, just made new all-time highs, making and why do I have this one? Again, in the top 100 coins over the last month, this one is a standout. It's up 966%. Okay. Top 200 coins, new coin, up 4,287% in the last month. So despite the dreaded market over the last month, these things pumped. So I thought we would take a look. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Okay. Last thing. Chop Suey giving up the ghost here. Looks like it wants to, I mean, after such a huge rip, this one does probably make it back to this here one more time. 230. Oh, goodness. They're getting nice out here. Shorts, BNB looking bloody in the blood. XRP also taking the blood. Oh, okay, now it's time to enter some shorts. Let's go. Let's go. See if we can find us a short. 1 minute time frame. No, I don't want the 1 minute. I want the 15 minute and the hourly. Lots of bearish divergence here on ETH, and now we're in the critical zone and we're crossing back down. So ETH looks like we're late to the party. Don't want that one. ENS. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Oh, it's such bad etiquette to not be taking the short from up here. The question is, do we have anything left from up there? Volatility increasing, getting above the 50%. How much bearish divergence? And then there's bullish divergence. So this is closer to a buy. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait patiently for the next buy. Unless I wanted to go like this and go, okay, where's that golden pocket? Are we coming for the golden pocket? Yes, we are. We're losing the 382. We're coming down to this level. Okay, that's how we can take the trade. And we can see this on the hourly time frame. Yes, there's plenty of time to curve it down. We will have red dot there, declining volatility, and bang, moving to the downside here at the 618. I think we could do it. All right, so look, this is how you use 1% of your gigantic portfolio. If you want to be a sniper on the 1 minute time frame, I would consider that a deviation there. Oh, this is ENS. ENS. Okay. So glad. Look, we just lost the VWAP and the 200. And we lost it there as well. We're getting a little bit of a retrace. Where is that coming from? The not so golden pocket. So it does have lower to go. This looks like a bit of a retrace, which the stop loss would go right there. That's perfect. Let's do it. So 1%, let's go 4%. We're going to use $30 of our $1,000 account, but we're going to put this in at 50x. High leverage, watch out. We're going to mark it in, or we're going to limit in. Let's limit in. Boom, sell short. So we're in like Flynn. And then really easy to use drag and drop feature. So how much will we lose on this trade? Well, if we get stopped out, we're going to lose $3. And our take profit coming in at the 786 right there. That's going to be TP1. I did have one run quite a bit yesterday. So I'm going to move this down here. And I'm going to show you how you can set your TP1. And you want to take off 26.51. 26.51. So 26.51. And we're going to sell 75% right there, close, boom. And then we're going to add a trailing stop once it gets here, once we hit here, to secure some gains right away. Trailing stop here at 26.91, 26.91, activation price, 26.91. Oh, I just learned how to use this feature on this beautiful platform. Entire position, we're going to let it go. And the variance here, which I forgot to do, there we go. So here's where the stop loss activation price will go. And then we don't want to lose any money. So we'll put it at break even at, see that, 1.07%, 26.91. And then 1.07%. Confirmed. And look, now once price comes down, look guys, we are already up 12% on this trade. That's the power of 50x, guys. That is the power. And I'm just going to add a little bit more because we just want to put some skin in the game. But where am I going to add it? Right here. I'm going to do it right. So I'm going to add 27.35, limit order, 27.35, boom. And if we come back up to that area, I'm going to add $15. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go with $30. Sell short. Boom. ENS wants to be a little bit aggressive, and this is a little harami candle, and essentially, trades go wrong. They don't always go straight down in your favor, but we will follow up on this bad boy here tomorrow. All right, I'm going to add a little more. Adding a little bit more, because ENS has been a real dumper. The hourly just crossed over. Stokes on declining volatility. Interesting. I mean, triple top, not the best signal. But on the 5-minute time frame, we're getting a buy. So, oh, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to move the stop loss to 28.40. That is a Harami. I'd be looking for this bounce to come up to at least to 27.48. So, are we on hedge mode? This is the #1 feature. I'm going to put this up to here, 27.41, I said. That is between the 0.5 and the 618. Yeah, so what you can do is activate hedge mode, which allows you to go long and short at the same time. But if you are in my position right now and you go to hedge mode, it won't let you. So how much are we risking on this trade? $7, which is less than 1% of our account. So I think that is fair enough. And that is absolutely fair enough. And now I'm going to end this stream, guys. If you did enjoy some of the TA at the end, make sure you post a comment below if you have any questions. I'm wishing you all a very, very blessed and highly favored day. Whatever you touch prospers in Jesus' name. Have a wonderful day. Take care.